I think it's given me more confidence. I think I feel more confident as an actor today than maybe I did before I did HAIDER. Even though I felt inadequate while doing the film, but just the fact that I was a part of that experience and I went through that journey, I think has enriched me as a person and has made me more confident. I think it's made me a little more liberated. I feel a little more liberated as an actor. I feel I don't feel restricted. It's opened me up, which I think is something which every actor needs to get to, that point where they lose their fears and they lose their boxed thinking, because all actors, we all think within a box because we feel we understand what is good for ourselves. And when you let go of that, people can really start molding you and changing you and making you do things which you didn't expect from yourself. And that's truly when your journey of an actor begins. So, yeah.
Sheena has a question for both of you. She asks, what is the one quality you'll admire about Vishal sir, your director?
One quality, wow. Sheena, it's really, really tough to just pick one because he has so many, and spending time with him has, of course I've always wanted to work with him, but spending time with him, you really get to know how he is as a person and why he is who he is. But I would say, since you asked one, I think the best thing about him is that he's retained his simplicity despite his stature, and you can lose that, I guess. So I think that's the best thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like Shraddha said, there's so many great qualities, but what I really enjoy about him is his sense of humor. I think he's got a really cool sense of humor.
As well.
And he'll come up with these one-liners which are absolutely hilarious, and they'll be pretty... they'll be just around the line of the belt. They could very easily go under. So he has this really dark sense of humor which I really enjoy.
Who'd imagine, right?
Oh, trust me.
It's the best.
Yeah, he can get very sarky if he wants to.
Yeah, like you have to be lucky to be around him in that mood.
Yeah, and it's very cool. His sense of humor is really cool. So I really like that about him.
Okay. Prateek Gupta has a question for you, Shahid. He says, hello, Shahid. What characteristic would you like to adopt from HAIDER in your real life?
Hey Prateek, what's up? What characteristic would I like to adopt from HAIDER? I think HAIDER is very driven and very righteous, and he really stands by what he believes in, and that's something which is rare to find in life, and I found myself struggling to do that at certain points in time. I do question myself a lot. So I think his complete faith, conviction, and his ability to follow what he believes is truly right is something that I would want to probably take from HAIDER.
Okay. Shubham Lahoti asks both Shraddha and Shahid a request. Can you please sing Bismil from HAIDER, my favorite song?
Hello, Shubham.
Hello, Shubham.
My God, first of all, I'm sounding like a frog today because I have a very bad
I always
throat.
sound like a frog, Shubham.
So I don't know if you'll want to hear me singing Bismil
I think
today.
you will. One line, maybe you can go for
Ting 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 ting.
Also, I don't know the lyrics.
Ting 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 ting.
Bismil, Bismil, bulbule, Bismil.
है दिल बुलबुले बुलबुले बिस्मिल मुश्किल दिल भी मुश्किल होती है दिल धड़के तो धड़कन दिल भी हरकत दिल होती है What's the next line? नहीं है खुशबुए दिल में इश्क भरा है मतमिल गुल से मतमिल ए बुलबुले बिस्मिल
Not bad, yeah. For an impromptu thing, that wasn't bad at all. Well done. Sheena has a question for you, Shahid. She says, Shahid, what was the experience to try a new dance style for the Bismil song? Superb dance.
Thank you, Sheena. Trust me, it was very difficult. We were in minus 15 degrees and I was wearing 6 layers of clothing within what I was actually wearing, which showed. And actually it kept raining and snowing. It was very strange. We shot in this place called the Sun Temple, and it was in this little village called Mutton. And when we got there, we realized that the weather was completely unpredictable, and we had made like this little bit of a stage, like a wooden stage, and so it would keep raining and therefore the wood would keep getting wet.
Right.
And because it was so cold, it wouldn't dry fast. So we actually had lights and blow dryers trying to dry it, and there were times where we used to fall down. And when you're in -15, you know, because the air is much thinner, you can't really breathe properly, and it becomes very difficult to dance for long periods of time. So it was very challenging. And I remember even when we were rehearsing in Pahalgam in the hotel. They had like this hall, and we were rehearsing in that. And they had at least 6 or 7 huge heaters which they had put out there, because the minute you take your overcoat off, you will freeze to death.
Right.
So we even rehearsed in those conditions. But I think Sudesh, who's the choreographer, who's a phenomenal guy. He's come down from Norway just to do the song, and he really understood the angst of the character, the emotion and behind the situation, and it really became more about expression of how the character feels rather than about choreography, and that I think really was the biggest strength of Bismil. Visually, it's absolutely stunning. I don't think anybody has ever made a song look more original and amazingly different as Bismil is. Probably the most originally shot song in my career. And choreography which came from the heart.
Right.
You know, it was not just steps, it came from inside. Everything came from inside. And that interpretation of Sudesh's, I think, was absolutely fantastic.
It's also a key point in the script, isn't it? It's not just an item.
Right.
It's
Not
actually
at all,
a key
actually,
point.
yeah.
It's the mousetrap
It is the
situation,
mousetrap,
which
yeah.
if anyone has read Hamlet would know how integral it is to the plot of the film.
And even the choreography is based on this Kashmiri folk called Bhand Pather, which is basically the concept of a nut and natni I mean, from the past, we've always had that concept in theatre. The narrator, so to say. And these Bhand Pather have different ways of kind of performing. They use a lot of face paint and they use puppetry. And all these elements have been incorporated in Bismil. So it's coming from a space which is truly there in Kashmir and exists there. Yeah.
Okay. We're going to let you watch a trailer of the trailer of HAIDER, and then we have more questions. You can, of course, continue posting your questions to the UTV Facebook page. But right now, take a look at the trailer of HAIDER. This is, of course, Vishal Bhardwaj's adaptation of Hamlet. We're live again. Before we take more questions, I have another question for the two of you.
Okay.
I want to ask you, the cast, this is a great cast. I mean, Vishal Bhardwaj managed to pull off, he got 2 young heartthrob actors, but he also got some very fine veteran actors, didn't he? He got K.K. Menon, he's got Irfan Khan, you've got Tabu, all of these actors round out this cast. What was it like for the both of you to be working with veterans, for lack of a better word? I mean, did you feel like you were on your toes throughout?
I felt like a mouse, literally. I felt like, first of all, there were many instances where I felt, what am I doing here? What am I doing in this group of people? But then I was like, there has to be some reason why Vishal sir has chosen me, which will be a good reason for me to be there.
Sure.
So it felt, definitely there were moments of feeling completely like taken in by everyone, and definitely one of the most amazing moments, to be a part of such a film and to be working with such phenomenal actors. So yeah, it's something that I still can't get over. But I really smile about it when I think about it. That there's something I've done right that made me get this.
Sure.
Yeah.
She felt like a mouse and I felt like a cat on a hot tin roof. First day I was scared. Okay, I remember Tabu ma'am telling us this story about how when she gave her first shot in Maqbool with Dad, she saw him giving some shot and she was like, dude, I can't act with this person. He's doing some other stuff. I can't stand in the frame. Obviously there was that nervousness. And I felt exactly that when I was, in the same frame as all these actors. But I was like, dude, I hope I don't make a fool of myself, But eventually, once you start the process of acting, it's all about action and reaction, and it's actually about creating a moment together. And and when you stand in the frame with such fine actors, I think it makes you give a better shot. It makes you do a better job, and so you feel like you're going through a process which will make you a better actor. And that's how I felt pretty much. I had my fanboy moments with Irfan sir, especially.
Me too.
Like, when I was doing shots with him. Yeah, especially when like over-shoulder shots were happening, so my face was not seen. I was just like looking at him because he doesn't do anything. He's just like
he doesn't.
He doesn't really do. He just these subtle things he'll do, and then something like that he'll say. And I was just like, he's not acting, but it's so cool.
It's amazing.
It's so effective. I should not act. I should not make expressions. So stuff like that.
Sure.
So it was a lot of fun. I think it was a lot of fun, and I think. KK is also an absolutely fantastic actor.
He is.
And this is a great opportunity for him because, I mean, we've not seen as much of him as I would have liked to see.
Okay.
I've missed seeing him because he really is a phenomenal actor. And he's got an absolutely phenomenal role in this film. One of the best roles that he would have ever portrayed. And so he's a huge part of this film, and his performance is going to be really appreciated. I think he's really phenomenal in the film. And I'm specifically talking about him because I do feel he's somebody who will be getting a lot more very soon.
Okay.
And I hope that this film does that.
Okay. Linda Vinod has a question for Shraddha. She says...
Yeah, this is the same person, Linda Vinod.
Apparently, Linda Vinod. She's a fan of Shraddha's. She says, question to Shraddha D. Who or what inspired you to become an actress?
Hi, Linda.
Just in case it's two people, you should say Linda Vinod. Say both.
But definitely my father, because I've grown up watching his films. I've grown up seeing him coming home with his fake muchis and fake bruises, and coming home with leftover makeup, and I would be very intrigued by it. And he'd play along with me, you know. He'd be like, you want to take my muchi off, is it a detachable muchi, is it a real muchi? So he really, I've grown up in that environment, and he's made it so exciting, the whole thing, the whole process of acting and being in films, that I somehow just naturally ended up getting attracted to it. So it's all on my father. It's all because of him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Charlie's Angel for you has a question.
Charlie's Angel.
I don't know if it's a he or she. I'm assuming it's a she. She says, Shahid,
Tum. I'll just refer to you as Tum.
Or Charlie's Angel.
Or Charlie's Angel.
Shahid, which scene did you enjoy doing the most in HAIDER?
Enjoy doing the most. Enjoy.
Was it all a challenge?
Enjoy is not the right word on this film only.
Challenge.
Challenge.
Hanging out on a break in Kashmir while you were on break?
I think Khul Kabhi, the song.
Okay.
I think we had a lot of fun when we
had
shot
a
that song.
lot of fun.
We were in the middle of nowhere, in the wadis of Kashmir, and it started snowing, and we went berserk, both of us.
Yeah.
We were talking rubbish, eating snow, throwing snow, making snowmen with weird details.
Yes.
You remember that?
That would be censored for you guys.
Anatomy of the body.
So that was it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That it was,
Khul
yeah.
Kabhi to, yes.
To both of you, Biaji has a question. Hello. What is the best thing about being part of a film like HAIDER?
Biaji, the best thing about being a part of a film like HAIDER, I would say a wholesome experience. You get more than you wish for in a package deal. You get to work with phenomenal actors. You get to work with one of the best directors of the country. You get to travel and go to Kashmir and shoot your film. And you get to play an amazing character. So I would say it's all in all an
Win-win.
amazing full package combo.
It's a
deal.
win-win for you, Shraddha.
It is.
And you get to do a romantic song in the voice of Arijit with Shraddha Kapoor.
Oh my god.
Like,
Arijit Singh. Arijit Singh, Khul Kabhi To.
Khul Kabhi To.
Wow.
I think shooting in Kashmir to begin with, and shooting an entire film is in Kashmir, and experiencing that was something which I think was very unique to HAIDER. Getting the opportunity to play Hamlet, without doubt,
Right.
I think is
One of the greatest parts, isn't it?
it really is.
Every actor.
It's one of the scariest
Amitabh Bachchan
parts.
once told me how his father always wanted to see Amitabh Bachchan play Hamlet.
My father always wanted me to do Hamlet. Always, since before I became an actor, he was like, तू star वार तो तुझे बनना है, but acting भी करनी है, तो Hamlet type का role कर लेना,
Okay.
because it'll allow you to explore yourself as an actor.
Right.
Getting the opportunity to work with Vishal Bhardwaj again, somebody who's really helped me find myself as an actor. Working with the cast that we have worked with, absolutely phenomenal cast. And just the opportunity to do something different, do something which has a little more substance, something which is a little more challenging, which is not considered mainstream, but I think it is mainstream in a different kind of way.
Sure.
And I hope that people support this film, because if this film is appreciated and liked, and if this film does well, it gives actors and all of us as a team, more strength to attempt work in this space. Otherwise, you just feel a bit disillusioned and you feel like you need to stick to the regular stuff, so to say. So yeah, significant in various ways and important in various ways.
Okay. Arpita Sharma has a question to Shraddha. What did you learn from Shahid, your senior actor?
Hi, Arpita. What did I learn from Shahid? Well, aside from the fact that yes, he's also he made a debut when he was really young. And so he's young and experienced, which I think is an amazing combination, and especially because I got lucky to work with him and get experience that combination. What did I get to learn from you? I got to learn so many things from him. I think
how to make snowmen.
Also how to make snowmen. And what else? Also to just have a mad time when you're shooting and just enjoy every minute. And he's so like effortless about being on set, and he has such a good energy and such positivity that, you know, when everyone is smiling when he's there. So I think that, and that responsibility comes very naturally to him. So I think that's awesome, and I think that some of it, I hope it's rubbed off on me also. I think it has somewhere.
You're a happy boy. You're always happy. I've never seen you like grumpy. You're ill sometimes.
I fall
so you're a
ill
little
sometimes.
sneezy. She's a bit sneezy on certain days, but other than that,
Today
you're always happy. Yeah, look at us. We're carrying around these balls of tissue paper.
And that madness ka aapko jhalak mil gaya hai, which is amazing.
Say your favorite word. Amaze balls.
Amaze balls.
You know, that's now a word in the dictionary.
Is it?
It is.
What does it literally mean?
I have no
Amazing
idea.
balls?
I have no idea. I suppose it means, you know, very amazing. Nigahi Shah has a question. Hi Shahid, my question to you is, what was your first reaction when Vishal sir told you to get bald, and how was your experience being HAIDER?
Let's do this!
Really? You
Come
embraced it happily?
Come on. Yeah, I think he said it to me that I needed to go bald, and I went like, okay. Why? And then he narrated the scene to me, and I was like, we'll go
I'll
bald.
do it.
I'm doing this. I'm on. Let's do that. So, yeah, it was a big decision, but it kind of happened because I was ready for it. You know, there are times in your life when you're ready for it. Maybe at another point in time, I might not have been,
in that space.
space where you need to be in a space where you don't care.
Right.
It's like,
So then
this
you
is
got
what the
it at
role
the
needs,
right
I'm going to do it.
time.
Correct.
You know? Yeah, exactly. It kind of happened at the right time, I guess. I was just like, this is what it needs. Let's do it. Let's go for it. Yeah.
Okay. You know, we see a little bit of that scene in the trailer, the end of it.
Yeah.
You want to do that dialogue for us? It's one of the dialogues that's caught on, hasn't it?
Hello, hello, hello. Mic testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello. आवाज आ रही है आप लोगों को? Hello, 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 hello.
I love the way he says hello, 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 hello.
As the voice gets fainter and fainter.
Cute.
Yeah, this was again Vishal sir's improvisation. He came up with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ishita has a question for both of you. She asks, what makes you angry?
What makes me... Can I paraphrase that, Ishita?
Sure.
When I'm hangry, which is a combo of hungry and angry. When I'm hangry.
But you get angry because you're hungry.
Yes. So I get hangry.
I get angry. I'm a bit of a, OCD little problem is there. Everything, sab kuch time to time hona chahiye. Like one of those. Not time literally. By the fact that we started 20 minutes late, I can't really claim that. But about things, I just need things to be a bit structured. If they're not structured, I feel uncomfortable. But I haven't really been angry like that. I don't think.
So you're not an impromptu person?
Very rare. It could happen, but it'll usually then only be with family or friends, not outside that
Yeah,
space.
I've never seen you touch
You've
wood.
never seen
get
me?
angry.
Really?
Or even if you... He doesn't get angry, but he's very
Actually, go
like...
quiet. When I get angry, I go quiet.
Good way to deal
A
with it.
lot of people get scared of that, but that's actually scarier. People have told
It's
me.
scarier,
Like,
you're
it's
right.
better if you just throw it out there rather than we just don't know
What's going on in your
what's
head.
up with this guy. Like, yeah, I get that sometimes.
Okay. Sarthak Ahuja has a question for you, Shahid. He says, Shahid sir, we always see you in simple and sweet roles. Will we see an entirely different avatar of you in it?
In HAIDER? Sarthak is asking me whether they will see... Bro, if you've seen the promos, honestly, it's pretty much as different as it gets. So, yeah. I'm hoping so. I'm a bit worried that you asked me this question after most of the content is out, but very different, bro, very different.
Posters right there for a recap.
Bald people, blood and stuff, like hard vibe. Different, for sure.
One of the questions I want to ask you is, this thing about Hamlet, which few people talk about, is the Oedipal relationship between the son and the mother. In this case, the character that Tabu plays and your character. I met Tabu recently and I was talking to her, and of course Vishal Bhardwaj said how she didn't want to initially do the film because she didn't want to play Shahid Kapoor's mother. Age issues, of course, and she said that what convinced her was when Vishal told her, I don't want you to look like mother and son, I want you to look like lovers.
Sure.
What can you tell us, without giving away too much, I understand, the film is out next week on the 2nd of October. What can you tell us about that? Because that's unusual, that's really pushing the envelope. And it seems like, you guys have made a brave movie.
Oh, I really feel that, I don't know what Vishal sir's interpretation was, that's not a brief that he gave me, honestly. If you're looking for it, you'll find it. If you're not looking for it, you won't feel it.
Okay.
I think that's how it's been treated,
right,
which I think is really cool. I mean, it's that unsaid vibe which is there, but it cannot be. You cannot point out something and say there.
Right.
But you feel there's an undercurrent.
Of that.
Yeah, which I think is cool. Which I think is rather cool. It's been achieved well. So I think it's aesthetic. It's not something that should put people off at all.
Okay.
It's actually more about the love that two people share for each other, and that love can go into various dimensions. So it's just been kept as a layer which you can feel, but you can't point it. I don't think you can really pick your finger on something and say there.
Right.
So yeah. So people who are looking for it will definitely find it. People who aren't might not feel it.
Absolutely, and I can't imagine anybody else playing this role because she is actually required to look like their lovers, and she is so stunning and so beautiful.
She is.
I've not seen the film as yet, but from the promos itself, it's like she's looking unbelievable. So I can't wait to see the movie also.
Okay. Let me ask you.
So we have one person who can't wait to see the movie.
Two, yeah.
It's a start.
Two.
We have two. What more could I have asked for today?
Shraddha, when this character was offered to you, what was it about this character that made you go, I really want to do this, I really want to play this? Do you find, or do you look for in characters something that you can relate to, and does that make it exciting? Or do you look for the fact that or does it excite you and challenge you that this person is nothing like me, and that's what makes it exciting?
Frankly, when anybody is asking me that, what's made you do this film or what's made you, want to do this role or anything, for me, if Vishal sir would offer me any kind of role, I would just blindly do it. And this was the case similar to that, I was the one who was waiting, when is Vishal sir going to say yes? When is he going to say yes to me? So, frankly, I didn't know very much about what my character would be.
Sure.
I was waiting for the go-ahead from him. And once he told me about it, it's like they say na Sone Pe Suhaga, first and foremost you're working with Vishal, so you get that opportunity.
True.
And then you get to be a part of Hamlet and you get to play Ophelia and Horatio. Vishal sir has combined both the characters.
Right.
So, it just ended for me there, that Vishal sir wants me in one of his films. So
right,
it just ended for me there. And anything on top of that would just be a bonus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Finally, we're going to take one last question. Gur has a question for you, Shahid. Gur says, can you say that new chutzpah dialogue, please?
Gur! एक बार एक बैंक के अंदर डकैती हुई। डकैत ने कैशियर के सर पे पिस्तौल रखी और बोला पैसे दे वरना मौत ले। कैशियर ने झट से उठा के सारे पैसे डकैत को दे दिए। डकैत वही पैसे लेकर अगले काउंटर पे गया और बोला एक फॉर्म देना, मुझे अकाउंट खोलना है। ये होता है chutzpah.
Well done. We're of course looking forward to watching your film.
Thank you.
I know we made a joke that it's just two of us. It's actually all your fans out there who are eagerly looking forward to watching HAIDER on the 2nd of October. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you
for
so
tuning
much.
in and watching this live. We'll leave you with the song clip of Bismil. Enjoy that. It's a superb song. Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajiv.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. And thank you all of you guys.
Thank you,
We love
guys.
you.